Happy New Year, happy 2021, and let this year be very good. Let all people be healthy and let it be better than 2020. I'm happy to welcome today Evgeniya Sazonova. She is with the red lipstick. She's a very beautiful lady in the red. Lady in red is dancing tonight with us. And her job title is very beautiful and very strong. It's called, it's like a poem, actually, Guardian of the League of the Guardians of the World Leaders Summit. Unbelievable. And also public speaking expert. Evgeniya, hello. I'm very happy to see you.
Hello, Olga. Happy to see you too. Thank you for inviting me. And Happy New Year. I hope also that our next year will be more, we'll have more happiness and more good things. So let me tell a couple of words about myself. It's
Yes.
really an interesting title, job title. In the World Leaders Summit, we core team of the World Leaders Summit call themselves as the guardian of the League of Guardian of the World Leaders Summit. It's a core team. Just we want to think, we try to think out of the box. So this is the reason we work with the entrepreneurs. We help entrepreneurs with their growth. So that's why it's important to be people who think out of the box. Yeah.
Bravo. I think with this title, you managed to think out of the box and to look out of the box, definitely. Evgeniya, my first question to you. I know that you are a specialist in such a topic as charisma. And nowadays, there are a lot of songs about charisma, a lot of dreams about charisma, and everybody wants to be charismatic. And I don't know what's happening, but this world become very trendy. You know, now people think a lot about that, and even before we didn't use it that much. So can you tell me, please, what is this charisma, and do you think it is important in business, or charisma is more for pop singers, for actresses, for lovers, for beauties? What do you think? Do we need charisma in business?
Thank you for this question. It's a very interesting question. Actually, after my presentation, my last presentation about charisma on the World Leaders Summit, my friend asked me, please tell people more understandable words, because what is this charisma? I don't understand what is it. And so that's why, first of all, I'd like to talk a bit about what is this charisma. We think that we have charisma just from our birth. If we didn't get it, so we will never have our charisma. Yeah, it's just like we always think about it. And I started to research this question a couple of years ago, and I found very interesting research of famous expert in charisma and leadership, Olivia Fox-Cabane. She has lectured in Oxford, Harvard, and United Nations, and she has concluded that charisma is a social skill. It's not magic. It's conscious behavior, and charisma includes three key points. Power, presence, and warmth. It's like warmth, like friendly behavior. Yeah?
Power, presence,
and warmth.
Mm-hmm. So you mean warmth, you're meaning to be warm, yeah? But warm. But let's say if we think about Andre Agassi, or if we think about Celentano, or if we think about Belmondo, or Jackie Chan, I'm trying to mention some people who may be not very handsome, who are not Alain Delon, whose proportions are not perfect, but who are very charismatic. For most women in the world, they will say that these people are very charismatic. But you said power, presence, and warmth, yeah?
Yeah. So it's not about attractive appearance. It's about energy. Charisma, it's about energy. So previously, of course, we know etymology of this word. Charisma, it's Greek word, which means gift of gods. Yeah. So, but if we will research this question, we see that sometimes really we follow people who don't have attractive appearance. It's like you
Absolutely.
mentioned.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely, even if you look at some of the presidents, I don't want to mention any president, so not any president will be upset. But you know, sometimes when you look at presidents, you think, oh my God, how the whole world can follow that person. He's not attractive at all. But, yeah, okay. So it's interesting to know. So it's the power and the energy and the presence, yeah?
It's power, presence, and warmth. And even this Olivia Fox-Cabane, she found out some interesting exercises which can help you to improve your charisma. So you can use some exercises and you will improve your charisma. You able to become more charismatic person. So it's my work.
Evgenia, can you give us one tip? How can anyone improve and increase his charisma?
Okay, now look, if we consider power, so when we, how we do we understand that person, powerful person? It's question to you, yeah, and
How
I
do we
will answer.
understand that the person is powerful? Of course, by
Yeah,
his look, when the person is looking straight into his eyes, and also by the way how he stands. When he stands
sure.
and you see him, you can see him as a mountain. He's standing, he's looking into your eyes, so he's open and he's very confident. And also when he's telling the message, this message is kind of bigger than him. You are inspired by the way he's speaking.
Yes, sure. Power, it's about confidence. So when we, how do we understand that a person is powerful? It's about straight back. It's like you said now. Yeah, it's about straight back. It's about meaning, but meaning it's also, and Olivia Fox-Cabane mentioned about it. You need to change your mental ecosystem. Then you become more charismatic person. It's what you said before. If you think about something bigger, if you think about your mission, if you think about helping people around all around the world, so in this case, of course, you become bigger, not just with your body, but at the same time with your internal, I would say, internal world. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because let's say if we take a terrible leader like Hitler or like Stalin, can we say that these people were charismatic or no?
Yes, they're charismatic. They have a different kind of charisma. They powerful, and actually, if about warmth, they thought about people in general, about the countries, about people in their countries. So they thought about welfare of people. Yeah, but in in a bit different way. But anyway, the first what need a leader, it's confidence. Because why do we need leaders? We need leaders when we, for example, don't feel confidence, when we don't feel, how can I say, secure. Yeah. So leader, it's always somebody who takes responsibility for the future, for the result of any project. So
No, of course,
that's why.
Evgenia, during the wars, of course, it's even, you know, that in many countries, wars are used for the elections. If the electors and the people, they don't want to vote for some of the president, and if it is the time of the war or time of the terrorist attacks, of course, it is easier for him to take responsibility and to say, hey, guys, follow me.
Yeah, so now we talk about charisma. Charisma, it's some, how could I say, it's some energy. I could say that charisma, it's energy, what you spread. And it's not about politics or something like this, yeah? It's about your presence in the world. It's about your power, as I mentioned, yeah? So it's about how do you show yourself, how do you show yourself to people? Yeah.
I see. And do you consider yourself a charismatic person?
Oh, it's
yeah.
interesting question. Actually, yes.
Actually, yes, I'm sure, Evgenia, that you are very charismatic by the way you speak, by the way you look, and the fact that you are doing World Leaders Summit, also that means that you unite people. I would like to know why they are not, you are doing, okay, summit for world leaders, but I want to know why there are not many leaders women. I know that you support women and you do a lot of things for women. Why there are less women leaders? I hope you will agree with me, because even if you start mentioning leaders, I can tell you immediately 20 men leaders in the world. But if I will talk about really powerful women leaders, maybe I can mention you 5, not 20, not 30. Why?
Sure. I also noticed that it's not about. I think that it's not about that. Not so much. We don't have so much women leaders in the world. I think it's about that we don't see them. It's they we have women leaders, but we can't see them because women usually should raise family. Women give birth to children, and it's actually we spend a lot of time and health and energy for all these things, and we can't work hard at the same time. But yeah, when we should take care of our family, of our children, we don't have enough energy for working hard. But if you want to be like top manager, you have to work hard, and that's why we just can't see them. I think so, and that's why we decided.
If we can't see them, maybe we don't need them. Maybe they don't deserve to be leaders.
It's an interesting question. I don't think, the word deserve. It's a word what it's we decide what we deserve. It's our mindset. So if a woman think that she don't deserve something, it's her choice. So we can choose. We deserve or we don't deserve. And in the World Leaders Summit, we organized a very big event on the International Women's Day, special for women who want, how can I say, this event for women who want to change own mindset, who want to see that actually we have women leaders in the world, and they are successful leaders. And at the same time, this event for we organize special that women could be heard.
Could be you want to give them voice, yeah? You want to give
yeah,
voice.
I want, yeah.
Evgenia, I will tell you that I think actually that the energy of men and women is very different. And maybe the way how women lead, it is more diplomatic and it is more soft sometimes. And the world nowadays needs that energy. And even this pandemic time showed that these women these leaders, they are needed. But because if it will not be, then this very, very root energy of conquering the world, earning money, and yes, you said that charisma is power and presence. And if we have more men leaders, that means that men, they have more power and they have more presence. But the third thing that you mentioned was warmth, to be warm. And I think that in this point, to be warm, women are stronger than men. Are you agree with me or not?
I am agree with you, and at the same time, I'm disagreeing. Yes, of course, women more more able to the empathy, of course. At the same time, men are really stronger than women. So I would say that the best way to go together and to take your own responsibility when you are more strong, in what way you're more strong. Yeah, so men, for example, can take responsibility for power, and women for warmth and for for being friendly. Yeah, so I think so. Of course, we can improve all of these key points, but at the same time, I think that we have, and men and women, we have a different power. So it's
No,
just about our difference.
it goes without saying. Tell me, please, among these speakers, you have a lot of speakers. Who is the one who shocked you, or who surprised you, or who gave you the biggest impression as a human being? Something that you think is, by what he's doing, is really unique. Do you meet some person who impressed you to that extent that you want to share with us?
Is it question about who is charismatic person for me?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you. It's interesting question. I have a lot of examples, but I would say I like very much speakers, TED speakers. And I could say, of course, for me, a very charismatic speaker is Steve Jobs. And at the same time, TED speakers, they are very, very charismatic. And I understand why. Almost all TED speakers, for me, are charismatic people, because they give the value, and they show own vulnerability, and they are sincere. So for me, I understand, as a coach, as a public speaking expert, of course, I understand with my mind what makes them so charismatic. Yeah, and probably that's why TED Talks so famous. So, and it's actually gold standard of public presentations. Are you agree with me?
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with the word value, because there is the value. You can be bald, you can have no hair, you can be very fat, you can be 140 kilograms, you can be in the old jeans, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because the topic is that much touching you, that's why it's that. Do you think charisma important in business, or you can be, because if you look at the Forbes list again, you will notice that a lot of people there, they don't have that charisma as we expect. They don't look like, they are very, very hidden people. They try to be hidden. Did you notice that or not?
Yes, and it's also about different kind of charisma. So you can have friendly charisma, more friendly, and you can have more, how can I call this, like thinking charisma. Yeah.
You mean it's like Steve Jobs type, yeah?
Yes, it's something inspirational. You can have inspirational charisma also, but Steve Jobs, it's close to inspiration charisma. And the most important, I guess, for charisma and business especially, it's be sincere. Because we have so interesting features in our brain. I'm sure that you know about this. It's mirror neurons. Yeah. So it's a feature which helps us to feel each other and to copy each other. It means that you feel, if, for example, somebody lies, you feel this. You probably don't understand. You don't understand that some person lied to you, but at the same time, you feel that something is going wrong. I don't understand what is happening, but I feel that it's something not good. And you will not trust this person. and you will not follow this person, it means that you will not doing business with this person. So it's important to be sincere. And then, and it's also about TED Talks, yeah, as I mentioned before. And when you are doing business, it's always connected with public speaking, with the communications with your clients, employees, with your team, and of course you need to be person whom you can trust, and which and person if you don't like this person,
who communicate well, of course. You know, theoretically it's absolutely right, and you know, it's absolutely right, because without your team you cannot do anything. But I'm surprised that some business people, they're very tough. They talk very directly with very big power. It's all about money. Let's say if you don't bring money, you're not useful for our team. And sometimes it's very, very tough. And you will say, oh no, I cannot work with that person. I cannot. But money and presence, sometimes I notice they're not going together. Let's say I'm very, very feel empathy to people of culture, to people who are creators. But some of them, they are not people of, most of them, they're not people of business. They don't have money and they cannot earn them because they don't have that cunning stuff, you know. But in business, you should be, you know, you should have tricks because you should get money for yourself and for your team. What do you think about that? Is it possible to be sincere and to make business? Because business, that means what? Let's say they have one client, and you are fighting for this client and I'm fighting for that client. How we can be sincere 100%, because you will lose or I will lose, and you want to win because you come in the red lipstick and in the red skin. That means that you are the winner. What you will do in that situation?
Actually, I strongly believe that we can't have competition. So I strongly believe, because every person has own uniqueness, and you always can find your own clients. And I don't believe that we need to fight for clients, because I have one client. For example, my audience, why I work with the entrepreneurs and executive mostly, because they came to me. Yeah, so I I didn't choose them. So and it's about every person. You will have your own clients, and we don't have we can't have competition. So
Evgeniya, I was trying to fight with you. I was trying to make a drama, but it's impossible to do a drama because you are very, very beautiful and kind person, and you are very soft, and you are trying to unite all people, and that is a great thing that you are doing. Thank you so much for being with us. Maybe you want to give some wish as a public speaker and as executive coach, as the guardian of the League of the Guardians of the World Leaders Summit, for our audience. What do you want to wish for 2021?
First of all, I would like to invite all our audience to join us, to join our World Leaders Summit, and on our event, Women League, in the March in the International Women's Day. And also, if I would give you just one advice for being charismatic person, I would say just have fire in your heart. It's the most important. When you're passionate about what you do, you will overcome all your fears. You will be able to overcome all obstacles. So it's really, it works. It works in my life, and it works in lives of my clients.
That is beautiful. Let's have fire like Evgeniya showed us today, the fire in her eyes. We will follow that. Evgeniya, that was big pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us. And it was big honor to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Charismatic in 2021. I was happy to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.